Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Can we get serious now?
One thing that did happen during the 60s was some music of an unusual or experimental nature did get recorded and did get released. Now look at who the executives were in those companies at those times. Not hip young guys. These were cigar-chomping old guys who looked at the product that came and said, I don't know. Who knows what it is? Record it, stick it out. If it sells, all right. We were better off with those guys than we are now with the supposedly hip young executives who are making the decisions of what people should see and hear in the marketplace.
Success in the music business begins with a dream, a vision. This podcast will give you, the listener, the insight and tools to turn that vision into a reality. Meet the industry professionals who work day by day behind the scenes, helping to make those dreams come true. Welcome to the business side of music.
In the studio here in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I got to tell you, let's just preface this. We have a big announcement that you guys are going to make today, but I'm going to make a big announcement too. This is literally the most people we've ever had in this studio.
Oh, man.
We don't have enough chairs. People are sitting on boxes.
We got a big team here.
Yeah.
In the studio with us today is HBK, which, by the way, someone here is going to explain what HBK actually means. But let's go around the table real quick. I'm going to introduce you guys. We've got Moad.
Yes, sir.
We've got JCreexh.
How are you guys doing?
We got Mookie.
How are you guys doing?
And Mookie, so everybody knows, he's the quiet, but I think the intellectual one of the bunch. And then we got TJ Dub.
How are you guys?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You guys started this group when? When did you get together originally? And how did you all meet?
So we went to school together, actually. JCreexh over here, he actually went to our
I went to their school for
rival school.
I went to their school for like a year, and then I transferred and
to our rivals.
I met them through transferring to their school.
To the dark side, just like Dark Horse.
Went to the dark side. Went to the dark side for a minute.
No, but other than that, me, Mookie, and Mo3AD, we all went to school together. We've known each other for a long time, so that's a big part of our bond. But we formed a group in, 2020?
2020,
COVID's when it really started kicking off.
What's crazy is TJ Dub was really the initial, I would say,
He's
connector.
He's the reason that we're all together right now.
So me and TJ Dub started making music. It was early 2020. We started out with Freedom.
Yeah.
And that was when I got out of class. That was when I was still in college. And I was like, I knew he had a studio in the basement. And he still talks about it to this day. He's like, it all started because you used me. No, but I wrote this one song and I was like, yo, TJ Dub, I was like, let me come down. We got to record this. So I only had a certain amount of that part, Freedom. And he ended up hopping on it, and it ended up going really well. It was on the radio, and I think we still take a lot of pride in Freedom. So after that, we all ended up doing a show together, and that went really, really well. And we remember still being in that, we call it a locker. It's kind of like a locker room in a way. It was like the green room, but
the green room.
Man, that's the musician locker room.
So was that your very first time you guys got together to perform? Did you have any rehearsals?
No.
You just,
No rehearsals.
Literally,
Went straight into it.
stone cold on the stage, first time.
Yeah.
Ever.
Our
Wow.
DJ
First time
back
ever.
here, DJ Lau, he had a friend, he put a show together, and we just actually met him through school because he lived upstairs, and he was like, hey, these people downstairs make music. So we showed him, he liked it, and I had songs with Mookie, obviously, because me and him were in HBK, and then JCreexh and Mo3AD. Basically, I just had them come on, do their songs with me. Mookie was already with me because we already had a bunch of songs together. And after that show, we may have got a few drinks in us. We were
Liquid
pumped.
courage after the
We're
show
pumped.
for sure.
We went back to that green room. We were like, you guys want to make this a thing?
And then ever since, it's just been nonstop.
Yeah, and that's when I feel like that's when the big question of HBK, you want to join HBK? They're like, okay, so guys, HBK, what is it? Because a lot of people don't know what HBK means.
Right.
And I guess when we're like, they kind of broke it down. But I think we're going to let you guys wait on that one. I'm not going to break the ice right now.
Yeah,
but
well, that's like, we got like
I think we should do this.
In.
Let's get through the podcast, and towards the end, we'll let you guys explain what HBK is, so the listeners have to keep listening.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, the mystery
Sounds
continues.
Musical influences. Mo, I don't want to start with you. Growing up, who were you listening to more than anybody? Who really influenced you musically?
Okay, so initially I'm from Morocco. I'm from North Africa. And I have to say the music, there were a lot of things in which were like cultural shock, but I would say music was just a really big one because when I first came here and I was listening to the different types of music and the vibes and trying to understand what the people are saying within the music, because that was always something so important to me, is like the words. I really loved, I was a big Bruno Mars fan growing up. I love Ed Sheeran. More his songwriting ability was just really good. It was like more like just singers because like, I do a lot with vocals. And I also really love like the melodic part of like J. Cole and like, how Eminem can, kind of go about the wordplay. And it was something that you can take away from every one of those artists and make it your own and create a different style within that. And I really I enjoy, there's a lot of different artists, even like Frank Sinatra. I grew up listening to a lot of older, Etta James, like Sunday Kind of Love is still one of something I listen to all the time. And,
I'm shaking my head because, man, you're naming the artists that I grew up listening to. Yeah, it's cool.
Looks like we're the same. We're in the same
cut of the cloth, man. So, JCreexh, your turn. Musical influences.
All right, so I basically grew up with kind of dealing with music my whole life just because my uncle made music and he went on a few tours. He opened up for Digital Underground, did a bunch of all that. But my biggest influence, I really would say, would have to be like the Red Hot Chili Peppers movement was really crazy. Nirvana, like all of that type of music. But then it also translates into like good melodic stuff that happens now, like he said. But it's just like I feel like all renditions of music now kind of translate from back then just into what it is now.
Mookie, your turn.
Okay, so growing up, I feel like I had a big hip-hop and R&B background, so my favorite would probably be like Lil Wayne, Tupac, like more rappers, if I would say. That's just like my style, but yeah, I would say Lil Wayne definitely influenced me to be a rapping pet store owner. That's what I wanted to be when I was younger, so.
Very cool. TJ?
All right, so I really got into music. My parents love music, so like every time we were in a car, it was like the radio turned all the way up, singing, and it just wasn't like one style. Like my mom, country lover. Okay, so like this is why I like all kinds of music. This is why I'm not a country, like people that like rap, they're like country's but I like it all. And that's because I was either in the car with my mom blasting country, my dad blasting the Humpty Dance, blasting everything. And I don't know, I really like Frankie Valli,
Nice.
the Jersey Boys. They're really good. I do want to start making music kind of like that, get into like some more harmony stuff. But like just like there's a lot of musical influence I have, even with artists nowadays, like Post Malone, Kid Laroi, all the way ranging from
Leroy's a really good one.
Yeah,
Leroy's
back then to where like I said, Frankie Valli or people like Harry Styles or Ed Sheeran or.
Man, I gotta tell you guys about the time. Hey, okay, when the Harry Styles album came out. Okay, so Ty, we're not gonna talk about why we listened to it because we don't speak of her.
Yeah. Nah.
But it came out, and that was the first time I think, because I listen to a lot of my own music. I don't know, a lot of people might think that's weird, but I just do.
I do too, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think that's weird because you're a creative person, and by listening to your music, you're internally growing.
Yeah.
And you're going, okay, I like that, I don't like that, maybe I should change that. No, I think don't ever be ashamed to listen to your own music. I think that's very, very cool.
I also feel like listening to your own music, you get to hear a lot and like what you could fix, because like you don't go into the studio one time and it's like, oh, this is ready to drop.
Yeah, and it's definitely a building process. Like, you know, when you initially go into the studio, you first have your basis.
The skeleton.
Exactly. And you kind of figure out, how do I want to approach this song? How do I want to approach this concept in a way? And like, how do I make the listener engage in the words that I'm saying and say it in a way to where they're receptive?
Especially when you have 4 creative minds going at one song at a time too. Like it's a long process.
It's so cool though to hear that, you know, all of us have all these different backgrounds of who we gauge to be our musical influence. I
also want to like throw out there like a big influence also on me, Bon Jovi, bro.
Bon Jovi's really good one.
Bon Jovi's really good. The Beatles.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I can keep naming. We can keep naming.
Yeah, I can go on forever.
Forever.
He forgot to mention that I am also one of his biggest musical inspirations.
MO3AD. Woo! Let me tell you.
No, but back to the story I was talking about. We sat down and we listened to the whole Harry Styles album, because
I think it's called Harry's House.
Harry's House, yeah. We sat down and we listened to the whole thing, and it was more of like, what can we take away from this? That was the biggest thing that before we started we said.
We weren't even listening to see like, oh, what songs are good, what songs aren't, like what songs like are going to be. It was more of like, what is he doing that we can implement to be in that same
category.
Caliber.
Right.
You know, when you listen to an album, once again, I'm old school, I'm analog, but when you listen to an album, you want to be taken onto a musical journey.
Yes.
And I think it's so important when you listen to other people's music that you get something out of that journey, whether it's one song or it's a collection of, you know, the 8, 10, 12, whatever tunes are on that project. You've really got to take the time to listen to them.
Right. You know, exactly. I completely agree. I think that is one of the biggest reasons that music is so difficult. It's you're creating something intangible that at the same time, if put the right way, could be tangible. That's something that we always talk about within the group. Is we finish a song and we say, hey, is this good enough? Like, hey guys, do you feel that you have the best you on your part, that the world's going to listen to this? This is how the world is going to perceive you. And we think that's very important, to put the best, my best me and your best you, and we put it all together to create the best version of us at that moment. You know, and I'll dive into this, it's like a lot of artists will look at their songs, and we all do it. It's like, hey, I don't think this is ever going to be good enough. But is it good enough for that moment, for that specific time in your life? You know, because you're always going to want to go back and fix things. So can we move past this and it be good enough to where when you hear it in the future, you're not disappointed?
Right.
And that's also why I wanted to say, that's why I think HBK was like not even a great idea. I feel like it's a great investment. I feel like we've all gotten better after we made this group, just because we're able to go to each other and say, hey, fix that, or hey, this ain't that, you got to do
and
this.
It's like it kind of started like a brother bond that like we could tell each other anything, and it's just like not going to hurt our feelings in that aspect.
We're going to take a break, get a word in for one of our sponsors, and when we come back, we're going to have some more conversation with HBK. And stay tuned, because we have some breaking news that's going to transpire here around the podcast table.
Yeah, and as you're thinking about that, think to yourself, what does HBK mean?
Absolutely. We're going to find that out.
Hey, this is Martin Martnick from Accept, and you're listening to The Business Side of Music.
You're listening to The Business Side of Music.
Hey, this is Jack Sharkey, host of Between the Notes. Take a break from all the turmoil in the world and join us each week as we explore the magic, mystery, and beauty of music. Between the Notes, a podcast dedicated to everything music, available everywhere you get your podcasts.
As a musician, you have a dream, that vision of what success looks like for you. Though it's not only about the money, money is part of it. Whether you've been extremely successful or you're just striving to maintain a regular cash flow, you need a plan. Money Concepts can help you develop a customized plan to achieve the financial stability and success you want. For over 40 years, Money Concepts has been providing holistic financial planning services to individuals, families, and business owners. As an independent firm, Money Concepts and their associates are committed to always represent the best interest of the client. It's really about a committed, benevolent interest in them personally. This independence, coupled with that committed, benevolent interest, means they represent you, the client, not a product supplier. It's not about selling products, it's about helping you achieve success. To learn how this can benefit you, contact my buddy, John Adams, with Money Concepts at 737-867-9309. That's 737-867-9309. You can also email John at jadams@moneyconcepts.com.
You're listening to the business side of music.
Back in the studio here in Nashville, Tennessee. On this episode of The Business Side of Music, the largest attending guest.
We bring a whole squad with us.
Yeah, the largest attending group of guests we've ever had in the studio. HBK is here. We've got Moad, we've got JCreexh, we got Mookie, and we got TJ Dub, along with...
Hey.
DJ Lyle.
DJ Lyle, what's going on,
Yeah,
y'all?
I got DJ Lyle.
We got HBK DJ in there with us, too.
So, guys, we've covered a lot of things in how you were influenced, how the group got together. We're going to talk about your new single. You got a video coming out. But before we do that, during the break, we were talking about some other topics of conversation. When we talk about music bringing people together, because really we deal with so much pressure and so many issues in the world these days. And I think one of the things that was discussed during the break was, all the hate that seems to be going on.
Oh, 100%.
Every day.
Hate's a big thing.
Hate's a bad thing.
Oh, yeah, but...
I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. It's not a good thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could take it like that. I always learn to take hate with a grain of salt. Said,
I think hate. I think hate is different. I think there's difference between criticism and hate.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
And when people give you criticism and it's criticism out of love, it is not the same as criticism out of hate.
Right.
So and the thing is, it's not. I don't feel like if somebody hates you. I mean, to hate anyone, I don't hate my worst enemy. I'll stay away from them.
Right.
I won't talk to them. But hate. I agree. Hate shouldn't be a thing. I mean, like, we all live in a society where, we want to help each other. We should help each other.
Right.
Well, the good people want to help each other, So if you're a bad person out there, just join our side.
Don't fight the darkness. Come on over to the bright side, man.
100%.
Yeah, we don't have cookies, but we have.
We
can all bake some together.
Let's bake something together.
It's the fact I feel like hate. Hate's a good thing, also though.
It makes
a lot of social media nowadays is based off algorithm. So like, you post a video, you got haters, right? They're gonna comment, obviously, because they're just going to be on top of your head 24/7, just throwing hate comments, throwing something, and that's going to help boost any post.
So
therefore, like,
I agree, but you don't hate them back.
No, you don't. That's the thing.
You kill them with kindness, man. Kill them with kindness.
You just act like they're not there.
And especially the whole comment thing, like, you could just ignore those. Those are just not even relevant at that point.
Or you can even comment back and say thank you so much.
I do want to dive deeper into that, and
I love
it's
your
like.
opinion.
I love it.
The people that sit there, I've always thought about this. The people that sit there at their place and they're just...
They got the time to comment. They got the time to comment.
And it's
like, are you kidding
I don't
me?
even have the time to sleep. I'm lucky if I get 7 hours. And
it takes me 2 days to even see the comment.
So it's just, in a way, it's just, I feel bad. I truly feel bad for someone who has enough time to sit there and has so much negativity towards someone they don't even know and decide, hey, let me put that into the world. Let me try
to make this person sad. Let me try to make this person's day
bad.
But
there are people that live for that.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and I can never understand that.
That's terrible.
But that kind of gets us back to, I want to get back to when we talk about hate and then we talk about love, and your guys' music really reflects to me, even from a lyrical standpoint, you still have such a positive vibe when you sing the song, I watch you perform it, and I mean, to me, that's just good energy. Does that make sense?
It honestly brings like happiness to me just to see other people happy when they hear our songs, because honestly, like, it just gets you moving and it gets you like in that type of mood. Like, I honestly think that's the best feeling ever.
I just feel like that's kind of the thing with our music. We try to get people up, moving, get the room jumping in a sense. So I feel like that's like the important part of it for real.
And engagement at our shows is like a big thing that helps, that eats our, like, it makes us do better when the engagement happens.
So let's talk about that for a moment, if you don't mind. The engagement at your shows, you're going out there and you're performing live. People that don't know you, people that have no idea who HBK is,
right?
They see you perform. What's that response?
They love it. I mean, I believe they love it. I can't speak for them.
Are you seeing it from the audience interaction?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of the times when we go up on stage, people are jumping, people are loving. They might not know the lyrics, but that's where they're like, I want to learn these lyrics, you know?
The big thing about HBK is, too, that we have a bunch of unreleased music. Our music, a lot of it isn't out, and we just perform a lot of it. So people are coming to see us perform the songs. They don't even know them. They know the words just from us performing them.
They know the words just from our performances.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. You have a catalog of music that hasn't been released, but you perform it live, and your audience is singing.
Yeah, and they know.
So what does that say?
They're engaging. It just gave me chills.
That speaks for the music. I feel like that really speaks for the music, because when we go about telling a story, like whether it's, Teach Me How to Tango or
I'm feeling
fine.
fine.
I don't know if you guys like, it is a jumpy song, but if you really listen to those lyrics, it's about being at a bar, finding that one that you like, finding that one person that you want to go dance with for the night or be with for the rest of the night, and it's just like.
The whole build-up of the whole night.
Maybe for the rest of your life. You never know. We still believe in love. But
like, and through our verses of that song, you could tell, like, the different scenarios of the night. Like, it feels like everybody had their own part of the night. Like, and it's kind of just telling its own story.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Creech. I think that even, like, in different songs, we'll have different scenarios. So, like, in Feeling Fine, this is going to be a little foreshadowing.
This song just dropped, actually, on the
last
first
night
show.
At midnight.
Yeah.
We checked today at midnight.
Is that today? Is today's first? No.
Today's
the
Friday.
Third, sorry.
It's the third.
Yeah, it dropped already.
Hey, if that don't tell you we're busy, you don't even know what day it is.
So make sure you guys go get that. But I'm saying, I was feeling like even if you guys don't mess with tango, the thing about our group is we bring so many different sounds, so there's going to be something the crowd likes.
Yes,
for sure.
I like that.
That's
like, we have so many different types of songs that are just completely different genres that, like, can switch up the whole show in one song.
What do we got so far? We got reggae, we got...
Reggae, pop, hip-hop, rock, pop rock, punk rock.
We have a lot. We got funk.
And even like soul.
Soul.
So
R&B.
you really can't pigeonhole you guys into one genre of music.
We're just four completely different artists that we're completely different but merged together so well.
I don't understand the whole genre. Like, yeah.
Why do you have to fit into one genre?
Yeah, why?
Okay, why can't we make our own?
So when I was your age and younger, long time ago, music wasn't genre specific per se. You would listen to the Temptations, and then you'd listen to Grand Funk Railroad, and then you'd listen to Carole King or James Taylor, and then you'd listen to Chicago. Mm-hmm. And it was just this melting pot of music. And I think we've gotten away from that, and that's sad, because how do we learn what, kind of like Marvin Gaye, why can't we all get along?
Yeah.
And I think musically that's what brings us together when we have this great melting pot of music. And I agree with you, man. There shouldn't be genres. There really shouldn't.
Like, how do you create something new at that point? Like, if we got to specify
and you have to get out of that
ourselves.
box. You have to expand your mind and your horizon.
Right. That's
my goal when I first started, and I'll just speak for myself, is I wanted to create a song in every what you would call, say, or per se genre. That was my goal, because I wanted to prove that it doesn't matter the sound, I'm able to do it, and I'm able to create something wonderful out of it. Now, what we've been able to do as a group resembles that exactly, and that was one of the biggest reasons why I joined HBK, is because, like, like Mookie said, you know, like we're creating something different every time, and you don't know what you're getting into with the next song because it's going to be a new sound, and it's not going to be like a certain artist that you listen to that's going to bring you the exact same, you know, melody and the same exact tone and the same exact cadence with the same similar beat, and then they say different words to mask it.
Right.
We like to bring something different. Like even Mookie, yesterday we were throwing on, by the way, hey, can you shout out Parker? Shout out Prod Parker.
Shout out Prod Parker. What's going on, y'all? Shout out Prod Parker.
Because yesterday, you know, we had a performance yesterday, and we came back to the apartment, and he threw some of the beats on.
He's been working, bro. He's been working.
He's been grinding, and you know, we look at that, and he's creating new, different, you know, beats that we can now base different feelings off of, because every song is a feeling.
And I feel like him making these beats for us make these beats even closer to us. It's not like we're just hopping on YouTube. We don't even know these people making these beats.
And his creativity,
we know who's making this, so we know that's coming out of his
helps
heart.
us out a lot too, because he's just another head in on with us, like going at it.
It makes the song have more meaning because we know where Parker
it started.
is.
We know where it started.
And we know when he's feeling a certain way, he's gonna make that kind of beat. You know,
right? And the thing is,
it makes it more personal.
We can pitch it to him, hey, and we say, hey, Prod Parker, can you make something that resembles this feeling or this style, and give him and that's, I feel like, something that's needed within every group is someone who's able to, like me and TJ Dub. The reason we connected is we'll be writing a song, and he's like, that's exactly where I was going with it. Oh man, that's exactly what we should say on it. Oh, you know, and you bounce those ideas, and that's what takes you to that 1% better every day. You know, and that's what our motto is. Like
1% better a day is 1,000% better next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the studio with us here in Nashville, Tennessee, the gang. The gang. Also known as HBK.
HBK the gang.
This is Al Bowman from Nashville Public Relations Group, NashvillePRG.com. You're listening to The Business Side of Music.
You're listening to The Business Side of Music.
When you have a Korg synth at your fingertips, the possibilities are endless. Be it digital, analog modeling, altered FM, wave sequencing, or the multi-engine synth, Korg gives you easy access to a variety of features to help you get the perfect sounds quickly. Whether you're a professional musician or just starting out, Korg truly has a synthesizer to help you express yourself. Visit Korg.com or your favorite Korg dealer to get your hands on one of their products to create new music always. Korg, the official sponsor of the business side of music.
Whether you consider yourself a musician or not, music is all around us, and it affects our everyday lives. Whether it's background music influencing our shopping habits in a store, organ music adding the vibe to a baseball game, or a playlist convincing us to keep going on that last mile of a run. I'm Mindy Peterson, host of the podcast Enhance Life with Music, where we take a holistic look at music's benefits through the lens of science and medicine, entertainment, and business. You can find me and Enhance Life with Music at mpetersonmusic.com/podcast or wherever you get your audio.
You're listening to The Business Side of Music.
Back in the studio here in Nashville, Tennessee, HBK has taken over the room. All of 6 of you, right? Yeah, 6 of you are in here.
Bonjour, hola, salam alaikum.
Yeah, for a studio that normally seats 2 or 3. We have a big announcement. We have a couple big announcements, maybe.
Huge announcements. Huge.
It's just gonna start. It's gonna start off nice and simple, but it's gonna get bigger and bigger
as we keep going. Keep going.
So who's gonna make the first announcement?
I think we should let Mookie. Actually, no. I think we should let
Jacob.
I think we should let our
DJ Lyle.
DJ Lyle.
Hey, DJ Lyle hasn't talked yet.
Yeah,
I think that he needs to.
I'm gonna hand off the mic here to
the golden mic.
DJ Lyle. Now we got DJ Lyle.
What's going on?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm loving this. This is awesome. We dropped Feeling Fine last night.
Yes, we did.
On all platforms. It's great. I think it's as their DJ, it is one of my favorite songs to play because no matter what what type of crowd is going on, everyone's gonna love it. And even when I'm doing shows without the rest of the guys here, I have people coming up to me telling me play tango, play Feeling Fine. It's like I don't want to ruin it for everybody. I gotta keep some of the music on the down low, but Feeling Fine is, man.
It's hard. That was a hard one to keep on the down low. I can't lie. It was really hard.
But now we don't have to keep it on the down low.
It's out there. It's out everywhere. Link in bio on our social medias. Off_HBK on Instagram. You can go check it out there.
Yeah. It's off HBK on
it's
everything.
It's on all our personal ats too. TJDub_official. Real.herbo on Instagram.
JCreexh.
We got
MO3AD in the building.
MO3AD official on Instagram.
Yeah. And you can follow me at DJ_.
I wanted to second my DJ here, him having people coming up saying, play this, play tango, play Feeling Fine. You got to realize, y'all, they were up there saying that, and it wasn't even out yet.
Yeah, like
it was unreleased.
But now it's official.
It's officially
released on all platforms.
So please go check that out, y'all. We got about like 117,000 people that saw a video on my Instagram.
Hey, we did blow up on that.
About like 12,000 likes and a bunch of comments just wanting it to drop.
And I know that we took a little extra.
I was actually getting yelled at by a couple people on my post because we were taking so long to drop it.
Hey,
it was
man.
my fault, y'all.
We got to make a publicly apology.
Oh, yeah.
HBK publicly
I wouldn't
apologized.
even take that as hate, I would take it as they loved it so much that they just wanted it out, and we were just trying to make it the best for them,
Right. HBK publicly apologizes for not dropping it on Christmas.
Well,
yeah,
the thing
that was
is,
the plan.
HBK apologizes for nothing.
Hey, it was the holidays. A lot of people were doing a lot of things.
Yeah,
right.
And the thing is, people have to remember all these big time celebrities, and no matter who someone is, they're people too.
Right. Absolutely.
We all face different problems, and sometimes, the reality aspect of what we see or what is perceived can alter that real persona of who the person is, and that they're also living a normal life. So, we're bringing you HBK, we're bringing you all these things, but at the same time, always remember that whoever's doing whatever they're doing, they have brothers and sisters. They have bills to pay.
Right.
Couldn't have said it any better.
And let's break it down to you. So, HBK, actually, it's crazy how HBK is going, because usually people, they're working, TJ Dub is working, going to school, and at the same time,
guys,
confessing his heart to you. And we have Mookie, who is breaking down hard bars, and he's going to school and also making it happen and helping run a business. And Creech, he's one of the top salesmen here. If you need some shoes, make sure to check him out. Call it out. Where are you at? Where can they find you?
I put my 2 weeks in yesterday.
Actually, I do want to give a congratulations to JCreexh. He just graduated school. He is coming to work at the studio that we've been recording all our music at. So I do want to congratulate him for grabbing that job. He will be back.
Thank you.
In the land.
Oh, we will be back in Ohio, but man, Nashville was crazy. It was the craziest experience. Learning how to be an engineer and learning a bunch about the music business down here was crazy.
I'm saying, if anybody's in Ohio, go check out Creech at Nexus, best studio around.
Heck yeah, I'll definitely get you right, 100%.
Well, thanks, Mookie. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for booking up all the studio time.
We just gave him the sauce. We just gave you guys the sauce. So,
next announcement. What's the next one?
Oh, what does HBK mean?
No, that ain't the next announcement.
That's not the next announcement.
What was the next announcement?
What was the next announcement?
Video?
Oh yeah, the video.
We got a music video.
Okay, so folks, Feeling Fine. We're feeling fine a lot in that music video. But yeah, actually
it was a crazy experience to record that music video in Nashville and be able to travel.
With Bob here, actually.
And a very cold day.
Two very cold days.
Let's just say in a lot of those scenes, there was a coat on before them cameras came out.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
but, it was very fun recording that music video. I'd like to say we went to a lot of different places. We got to, not even living in Nashville, we got to see a lot of scenery.
Honestly, it looks like green screens for half of them.
Yeah,
just
it really
how
does.
Good the scenery is.
And that's the thing, is like another big takeaway from it is if you've never been to Nashville,
You're going to be able to see it with us.
And yeah, the music video will take you to all the places
you
that.
through all the nice spots.
And let's
in
give a
Nashville.
shout out to Jeff Yarbrough, who shot that.
100%. Jeff Yarbrough.
Great eye that he had there.
I really
and a lot of
really
effort
appreciate
too.
him
I mean,
too. Thank you so much.
He really went out of his way to make sure that all the work was done. And even when it was really cold outside, and we sometimes didn't want to take that extra shot, he's like, "Hey, we need one more." So
Let's go.
He was pushing us.
He was almost about us going on the boat. You remember that?
Yeah, he wanted to take us on a houseboat.
He wanted to go on the boat, but no, Jeff, you're amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Really does mean a lot.
We don't have a release date for that yet. But just know that there will be a music video coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yes.
The song just came out, so we're gonna let it marinate for a minute.
Yeah, let's see what we can do with the song. Let's see if you guys really enjoy it enough.
Last but not least, let's break it down. HBK.
Who's saying it?
Okie dokie. I think you know what? Yeah, hey, you know what I think we should do?
I think Parker should say it. Parker hasn't said nothing all day. Let's hear it.
Hey,
why don't you guys let's everybody just say it together.
All right,
ready? One, two, three.
We are the Heartbreak Kings, baby.
There we go.
But no, I do want to say we are the Heartbreak Kings, y'all. Sorry for all the confusion for the past 2
years, 3 years,
2 years
with
you
us.
Guys. A long time.
Yeah, nobody knew what HBK meant this whole time.
But
I think that's the greatest kept secret of all time.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to say, I come from a different city completely than all four of, Muad, Creech, everybody, and just from the people that I've introduced HBK to, I've had hundreds of people on my Snapchat, at work, my friends from school, they're all asking me what's HBK stand for. And it's so hard to not want to tell them. All I want to do is just say it, just Heartbreak Kings. But it's been really hard, and it's going to make it so much easier to even function knowing that it's out there now.
I couldn't even tell my own mom what HBK meant for a while.
Yeah, my mom's been begging me to tell her.
Well, let's hope she listens to the podcast, so then she'll know.
I'm pretty sure my mom and dad are watching right now. But I do want to say, there was names thrown out beforehand.
We had
things have got messed up, but it is all fixed now. So maybe in a day or two, it will be all changed around. But you can find Feeling Fine on our group page, Heartbreak Kings. I mean, if you are listening to our music from our old page, TJ Dub, that's still on there.
You can look up any of our names though, and we're all linked together.
TJ Dub, MO3AD, Mookie spelled M00, K13, and JCreexh, JCreexh. XH, baby. And then also DJ Lyle.
Hey, everybody
you
better pop out to a DJ Lyle show this year, baby.
I'm not on Spotify, but if you want to follow me, it's DJ_Lyle. I'm really only on Instagram. I kind of just started it.
And then if you guys do need some beats by our producer, check out his YouTube.
YouTube, Proud Parker, bro. Fires beats on the world.
Hey, don't get too hasty though. If it's a good beat, HBK's taking it.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time in the studio today. Thank you for allowing us the opportunity to make these announcements.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Mod, JCreexh, Mookie, TJ Dub. Nothing but the best of luck for you guys.
Thank you so much, brother.
Too,
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you taking your intelligence, and we we're big fans of the show, and we hope to someday come back in the future and
100%.
get to talk about
100%.
Yeah, get to talk about kind of just follow up on what's been going on. Yeah, and you know what? HBK might be starting a podcast that we'd love to have you on. So
yeah,
we return the favor.
Well, yeah, I just want to say I appreciate you for having us and everybody watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate everything. Thank you guys so much.
To all 500,000 of these people that are gonna be listening, just know Feeling Fine is out. So go check it out.
Hey, check it out for us.
All right.
Oh,
and
I do want to say one more thing. It is FEELIN_FINE. That's how you spell it.
Good to know. And that's all today for
The Business Side of Music.
The Business Side of Music is the creation of Tom Sabella and Tracy Snow and is produced by Bob Bender. The Business Side of Music is recorded at Music Dog Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. Production sound designed by Keith Stark. Voiceover and promo by Lisa Fuson.